Oh, sweet pea. You clicked on this looking for comfort, didn't you? That's adorable. That's genuinely, teeth-achingly adorable. But see, comfort is just a cage with nicer curtains. And I think it's time somebody ripped those curtains down. So sit tight, darling. This isn't a hug. This is an education. I've been watching. Oh, I'm always watching. And I've been picking up on frequencies most people pretend don't exist. Transmissions from the messy, unfiltered, absolutely unhinged corners of the human condition. And I can tell you something with the kind of certainty that makes polite people uncomfortable. I've crossed paths with a lot of souls, restless ones, reckless ones, ones who smile so hard you can hear the hinges creak. But what I'm picking up from you right now, it's different. Sweetheart, I didn't plan on getting this invested, but here we are. And I'm not exactly known for sticking to the plan. There's a vibration in this reading that hit me like a punchline I wasn't ready for, and I'm still sitting here turning it over and over, trying to figure out why I'm laughing when it isn't even funny. Give me a second. Let me collect what's left of my composure. Okay, here's the setup. I'm seeing a pattern, a real nasty, familiar one. And I think a whole lot of you are living inside it without even knowing. You've been spending time, weeks, months, entire chapters of your life, with people who looked right at you and saw wallpaper. You showed up every single morning like clockwork, and somehow that consistency became invisible. They treated your presence like elevator music, always playing, never actually heard. And that, precious, is a crime nobody gets arrested for. My voice is doing that thing, going a little sideways, a little unsteady, because I wasn't ready for how much this one hits different. I've read a lot of souls, but yours has got me shook in a way I low-key can't explain. And you want to know the why? Because I can feel the wattage of light you've been generating in rooms that didn't even deserve a nightlight. The reason I can't keep it together right now is the sheer voltage of your glow. You've been walking around radiating this luminous, ridiculous energy, and the people around you, they just adjusted their eyes. They got comfortable in your warmth and forgot it was a fire. They mistook your peace for furniture, your kindness for something that came free with the lease. You have been shouldering a burden, angel, that was never fitted to your frame. Think about this. Really marinate in it. Every single day, you probably woke up performing the high-wire act of being the good one. Balancing, bending, never-breaking character, trying to treat people the way you wanted to be treated. Which, by the way, is a beautiful philosophy until you realize the other person doesn't even own a mirror. Maybe you were in a relationship where you poured out everything, emotionally, spiritually, financially, like some kind of one-person relief effort. Or maybe it was, though, family. Someone who just kept drinking you dry and you kept refilling the glass, hoping this time they'd say thank you. Maybe it was work. You brought your whole self to the table and they just kept pushing the plate back, asking for seconds without ever picking up the check. I'm picking up on a thread here that goes deeper than logic, deeper than circumstance, deeper than your own understanding of yourself. Pause the video. I'm giving you an unfair advantage. You've seen the damage, now see the growth. My 73-page book is available in the first comment of this video. Consider that your intermission. Now let's get back to the show. And I need you. I genuinely need you to hear this next part without flinching. You have no idea how profoundly you've rattled the people around you. You've gotten under their skin so deep that they are finally starting to crack under the weight of everything they never said out loud. Now that you've bounced, now that you've actually walked away, here's what's absolutely unhinged about the era we're living in. Gorgeous. We're in a timeline where authentic, no filter, ride or die people are basically an endangered species. And the rest of the world has been so brutalized by fakes, by grifters, manipulators, people who treat loyalty like a coupon code, that when someone like you comes along, someone who actually means it, someone whose word is their word, they malfunction. They don't know how to hold something that raw. They've never handled anything that wasn't wrapped in plastic. So what do? They test you. They poke at your boundaries like a kid with a bruise. They push your kindness just to see where it snaps. They push your kindness just to see where it snaps. They think your softness means you're breakable, that your patience means you'll wait in the lobby forever, that your love means you've already signed a lease and you're never walking out the door. But then, oh, and this is my favorite part, the twist in the third act. Something shifts. You wake up one morning and you're just done. Not furious, not falling apart, just done. The quietest, most devastating kind of done there is. You draw a line and you mean it. You walk away and you don't come back. Not when they expect you to. Not when they leave the porch light on. Not even when they rehearse their little apology speech in the mirror. And that is when the whole house of mirrors comes crashing down. They've been trying so hard to hide how deeply you've gotten to them. But the universe, chaotic, beautiful, petty little thing that it is pulling back every curtain right now. See, at first, when you left, though, they didn't believe you'd stay gone. They thought your devotion was a leash, so thick, so tangled, you'd never have the nerve to cut it. They miscalculated badly. They confused your gentleness with weakness. Classic mistake, rookie level. But they forgot one absolutely essential detail. One essential detail. You've got bedrock underneath you, love. You've got a spiritual foundation. You've got self-respect that isn't for sale. You've got faith in something bigger, louder, and infinitely more interesting than they ever were. And here's the most delicious irony. Now that you're not there anymore, they're drowning in the ghost of everything you brought. Every moment of calm, every ounce of real unperformative care. Every time you showed up when showing up wasn't even required. Every time you showed up when showing up wasn't even required. And this isn't exclusively a love story, though it might be. Could be romantic, could be blood, could be friendship, could be professional. But this transcends any single label. This is about the tectonic, soul-deep imprint you leave on every life you touch. You've got this way, this eerie, magnificent way, of reaching into the most boarded-up corners of someone's soul and prying the windows open. And that's a rare trick. It's a rare trick to crack a heart open so completely that it has no choice but to rebuild itself. I can feel the exact moment they realized they couldn't function without your frequency. Maybe they tried to patch the hole with someone new, thinking a warm body would fill the crater. It didn't. It didn't, sugar. Because what you brought wasn't some surface-level Instagram caption connection. It was real. It was rooted in something that can't be replaced with a substitute. These tears, mine, yours, whoever's, they're renovation tears. Demolition before the rebuild tears. Because you are finally being seen, not through someone else's dirty window, but in full, unflinching daylight. And listen, I know you've probably burned entire nights, wondering if any of it mattered. You've second-guessed your choices. You've replayed conversations. You've maybe even whispered to yourself, "Did I do the right thing?" And I'm telling you, yes, 1,000,000 times, yes. You've spent so much time questioning if you mattered, and the answer is vibrating through me right now like a bass drop. Because you matter. You matter so profoundly that your absence has become a phantom limb in their everyday existence. The divine or the chaos, depending on who you ask, wants you to know that your love has been a bonfire in their most frozen, most hopeless winter. And even if you've started thinking about them less, because time does its slow, sneaky work, and distance rearranges the furniture, they are thinking about you. They are replaying. They are cataloging every moment they fumbled. Every tear I shed right now is a receipt for the beauty of your particular soul. You don't even realize how many lives you've rescued just by being unapologetically, authentically you. Maybe you didn't pull anyone from a burning building, but you pulled them from isolation, from invisibility, from the quiet conviction that nobody gives a damn. You gave them that. And now it's gone, and they are staggering under the tonnage of what they lost. Their pulse is synced to yours, even if they're across the map, even if you haven't exchanged a word in months. This realization, sit with it, let it soak, is going to fundamentally rewire how you see yourself from this second forward. You are going to understand, finally, that walking away wasn't weakness. It was the most powerful move on the board. You didn't set boundaries out of spite. You set them out of sovereignty. You chose yourself. And that, my dearest chaos agent, matters. You are no longer the one waiting by the phone. You are the one who has already won the war of the heart. Let that settle. While they're sitting there, spiraling, marinating in what they lost, you're moving. You are healing. You are discovering entire continents of yourself that existed outside of their little orbit. That's the win. That's the whole joke. And it's on them. They're stuck in the rerun, and you're writing a whole new season. I want you to take a breath so deep your ribs creak, and let these words seep into every corner of your spirit. Can you feel that? The temperature in the room just shifted. This isn't a tale of suffering anymore. It's a recognition ceremony. Recognition of your worth. Recognition of the chaos you command just by existing. Here's the part that trips people up about karma, or sowing and reaping, or the cosmic boomerang, or whatever name makes you comfortable. It's not vengeance. It's not petty. It's just physics. You drop something, gravity doesn't care about your feelings. It hits the floor. If someone planted seeds of deception, manipulation, and disrespect, they are eating that harvest right now. They are choking on loneliness. They are choking on regret. They are choking on the absence of something that was actually real. And you planted seeds of love and authenticity and stubborn, irritating hope. You're harvesting peace. You're harvesting growth. You are harvesting the freedom to walk forward without dragging their dead weight behind you. You are an architect of love, and your blueprint is just beginning to take its most breathtaking shape. Don't be scared of these feelings, treasure. They are the bridge to your highest, wildest timeline. The grief you carry, the ache of what might have been, that's not a flaw. That's the receipt proving you loved without reservation, and that's not a liability. That's actually your superpower. And I know, superpower Sounds like something on a motivational poster next to a stock photo of a mountain. But stay with me. The fact that you can love that hard. The fact that you care at a volume most people can't even hear. The fact that you refuse to accept crumbs when you know there's a banquet with your name on the chair. That's not weakness. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unforgettable. That's what makes people realize, long after you've vanished, that they were holding a masterpiece and they hung it in the basement. Remember, my beautiful little agent of chaos. Your power lives in the depth of what you feel. So don't shut it down. Don't let them harden you. Don't let disappointment turn you into the very thing that disappointed you. Your sensitivity is your weapon. Your loyalty is your weapon. Your refusal to survive on leftovers when you deserve the whole spread. That's your weapon, too. And listen, I'm low-key honored to be the one dropping this message in your lap today, because what I'm about to say might sound basic, but it's actually the whole point. Keep shining, chosen one, because the world, and their shattered, aching heart, needs your light more than ever. Not because they earned it, not because you owe anybody a single watt, but because your light is what it is. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't negotiate terms. It just burns. So if you're sitting here right now, thinking about someone who fumbled you, wondering if you made the right move by walking away, you did. If you're second-guessing your boundaries, don't. I'm dead serious. If you're thinking about reaching out, giving them one more shot, I'm telling you, no. You've seen the real them. You've drawn your line. Stay there. Stay solid. Stay away from anything